And welcome to Nainital. And where is Nainital, you may ask? Well, it's a small town about 6 hours north of Delhi, and it's very different to Delhi because we're in the foothills of the Himalayas. And the first thing that struck us about this place is it is cold. It's about 12 degrees at the moment, and I believe overnight it'll get down to single figures. So coming from the mid-20s, we're feeling it. There is another reason why we've come here, not just because it's a beautiful town on the foot, and I'll get to that soon.
First full day in Nainital. We've just been for a walk around exploring. There seems to be everything you could want here. There's a mosque behind me, we've got the cricket ground, we have got a very English looking town hall, and we've also got a really pretty lake. So we are really enjoying this place so far.
Sunday morning, and it's a nice day for a game of cricket, but the wicket looks very hard.
Today's adventure is going for a walk around the lake. It's not a very big lake actually, I think it's only 3 or 4 miles all the way around, but there's lots of shops to see on the way. You get to watch people on the boats, and it also justifies having a big lunch at the end of it.
I think you'll find that 3 or 4 miles might be 2 miles.
Okay, 2 miles. We've noticed lots of people out on the lake, so we thought it was time we had a go. There's several options. You can take a rowboat like we are, but we also noticed there's some pedal boats, so it may be that we actually have to have 2 goes on the lake. One thing you won't suffer from in Nainital is hunger. The food so far has been absolutely exceptional. Here's a good example of the sort of stuff that we've been eating. So what have you got there?
I've got some more momos, which seem to be our standard go-to food.
And
got a nice naan.
And I'm trying the palak paneer, which to be honest I've had a lot of. It's one of my favourites here in India. And we've even got a Manchurian curry there, which we're not entirely sure about, but it looks amazing.
And the second reason for coming to Nainital was because my family have a strong connection here. There were 5 generations of my family born and bred in India, and 4 of those generations came from Nainital. And this church, which you might struggle to think is India, this church is where some of my relatives were christened, where they were buried. And I believe that there were some headstones with some of my ancestors' names on them. Can't see any headstones, and I just wonder if it's been turned into a car park instead. So it's now Sunday, it's 20 past 4, there's no sign of anyone, the church is locked up. We did try. The only people here are these young guys playing cricket. And now we're off to the cemetery. Not quite sure how successful we're going to be. It's very overgrown, but we know that there are some family tombstones, if you like, down here somewhere. Let's have a look. And we're down here in the cemetery of St. John's in the wilderness, and supposedly there are some family gravestones here. We can't find out what gravestones there are well and truly overgrown and covered up, and clearly there's been a lot of earth movement here, should we say. So it could be a needle in a haystack. You can just see how overgrown these things are. This could be a very difficult mission. Well, that's a fail. We looked high, we looked low, but we couldn't find any gravestones with any names that we recognised. So we'll just have to accept the fact that somewhere in here we've got some ancestors buried, but we couldn't find them. Success! So we finally found it. Nearly gave up. But this appears to be the grave of my great uncle. And his name, if you have a look down here, is Thomas Edward, infant son of Thomas and Jane Jolly. So that Jolly name is my family name. And Thomas Edward, he was one of 8 sons. His gravestone isn't very big. We've had to scrape it clear. You can see it's nearly buried under this moss. It's surrounded by brambles and rubbish, so well done. Needle in a haystack, we found it. Born 22nd of February 1869, died 1st of June 1870, so he would have been a little less than 18 months old.